the Warmup, presented by your GEICO local offices in Cypress, Katy, Spring, and Pearland. It's time to get warmed up because state is almost here. There are 12 shopping days left before Christmas. So let's do our 12 days of Christmas Texas high school football style, or at least 7 of them, since that's how many Houston area teams remain as we reach the state semifinals. Let's start with 7 sharks of swimming. Is that right? 7 sharks of swimming? The Shadow Creek Sharks have been circling their prey all season, most recently with a 59-14 rout of Maynard. Quarterback Kyron Drones tallied 5 total touchdowns in the win, and the Sharks' defense was definitely not swan-like, returning not 1, but 2 interceptions for touchdowns. And now, the 7 Sharks of swimming meet San Antonio Wagner in the state semifinals for the 2nd year in a row.
We just been executing, been winning every game, and we just got to keep doing that in order to win state. Like, that's our goal.
Up next, 6 geese a-laying. Well, you know who lays goose eggs on a regular basis, the Westfield defense. The Mustangs have shut out 4 opponents on the season and haven't allowed anyone to score 30 points all year long. Obviously, defense is the calling card of Westfield football, but this year, the Mustangs offense is rolling, with running back Katy Taylor rushing for 205 yards and 2 touchdowns in Westfield's win over Dallas Jesuit. Now the Mustangs are back in the state semifinals for the first time in 5 years, heading into Saturday's showdown with Denton Guyer. North Shore won its 3rd state championship last year, but 5 gold rings await the Mustangs on Saturday in Round Rock. That's 5-time state champion Lake Travis, whose most recent state championship came in 2016 against the Woodlands. North Shore will have to handle the Cavs if they hope to get back to AT&T Stadium to defend its 6A Division I state title next weekend. Mustangs quarterback Demetrius Davis has been a lord of leaping throughout the playoffs after racking up 6 total touchdowns against Katy. Davis piled up more than 600 yards of total offense last week against Atascocita.
It feels great, another opportunity to do what we did my sophomore year, so yeah.
There are more than 4 birds in Columbus calling for a Cardinals state championship in Class 3A Division I. The Cardinals have won 9 straight games and avenged a September loss to Hallettsville last week with a 48-25 rout of the Brahmas. Behind a dominant performance by Tyree Simchick, Simchick rushed for 5 touchdowns and more than 200 yards to punch these Calling Birds' ticket to the state semifinals. Next up for Columbus is defending state champ Grandview tomorrow night in Round Rock. So now we're at 3 French hens, and football really isn't big in France, so this one is tough. All right, well, a number of Fort Bend Marshall football players are looking for their 3rd state championship. Now sure, the other 2 were track and field titles, but hey, that would still be pretty impressive for 3 French hens. The Buffaloes ran over Manville 40-10 last week to move into the state semis, led by track star and all-purpose back Devon A-Chain. The A-Chain train departed for the end zone 4 times against Manville and now heads to College Station, where Marshall will face Bernie Champion at 3 o'clock on Saturday. 2 Turtle Doves, aka state championships, is what East Bernard hopes to add to next week. The Brahmas defeated district rival Ganado for the 2nd time this season to advance to the state semis, where they'll meet Omaha Pewitt. East Bernard usually looks like 11 pipers piping, with every player on the field perfectly in sync with the others. The Brahmas have perfected the art of old-school team-first football, and at 14-0, they're 2 wins away from a perfect season and another Turtle Dove. And finally, we've come to our partridge in a pear tree. The Katy Taylor Mustangs. What a gift this postseason has been at Katy Taylor. The Mustangs make their first trip to the state semis on Saturday, taking on Austin Westlake. Taylor lost its last 3 regular games to finish 4th in its district. Now the Mustangs are one of the final 4 teams standing in Class 6A Division II. Certainly worthy of being our partridge in a pear tree. There you have it, 7 days of Christmas. And if you want to know what to get for the holidays, how about a whole lot of Houston area state championships? Ho, ho, ho. Now let's head down the chimney and deliver you the extra point. Springwood's track coach, Coach Morgan, competed in the California Marathon over the weekend. He finished in 2 hours, 56 minutes, and 30 seconds to qualify for the Boston Marathon. Holy moly, that's pretty fast. Channelview alumni Jalen Hurts did big things over the weekend, leading the Sooners to their 5th Big 12 title. Now he's in a chance competing for the national championship, with their first task being number 1 ranked LSU. That's all we have for this week's episode. To stay up to date with all things inside high school sports, follow our social accounts. We have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Those will keep you up to the minute on everything happening around the greater Houston area. That'll get you ready for Chevrolet's Inside High School Sports at its brand new time, 11 p.m. on KG11, hosted by Matt Musil. Thank you for watching The Warmup, presented by your local GEICO offices in Cypress, Katy, Spring, and Pearland. To get more information or a quote, go to geico.com/Houston. I'm Ashley Billington, and I hope the last few minutes have gotten you warmed up for all the major playoff action.